Williams and Matt Berry with you. We're all waiting to see who Jerry Jones will select as the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. He's talked to Deion Sanders. The team is looking at other candidates as well, including one who's coaching this week, and Adam Schefter standing by with the latest in moments.
Yes, he will. The NFL will narrow its playoff field down to 4 teams this weekend. The latest on Zay Flowers' injury for the Ravens and what Ryan Clark thinks will be key if the Commanders are going to upset the Lions.
Ohio State, Notre Dame, they are the last team standing in this new era, the college football playoff. We are live in both Columbus and South Bend before the teams head to Atlanta.
Plus, the Hall of Famer and Ravens great Ed Reed joins us to show why he thinks there isn't pressure on Lamar Jackson to get a Super Bowl and what he makes of the Cowboys' pursuit of Deion Sanders.
And before it launched careers of Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, and Christine Williamson, the star search in Dallas now. Mike McCarthy's out, but who is in? You could argue it's maybe the most coveted job from brand perspective in the NFL. As we welcome in Adam Schefter and Ryan Clark. And Adam, I'll start with you. Walk us through the latest on the Cowboys' search for a new head coach.
Well, Matt, the permission slip to the Philadelphia Eagles offices arrived earlier today to interview Philadelphia offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, a former assistant coach in Dallas, who is expected to interview for the Cowboys head coaching job virtually this weekend. Moore is considered by many to be a logical candidate, somebody that knows Jerry Jones, know how the organization operates, and he's going to have a chance to land that head coaching job in Dallas. The Cowboys also have looked in the direction of the former New York Jets head coach Robert Salah, who is a candidate with the Las Vegas Raiders, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Salah clearly drawing interest during this hiring cycle. We'll see if he's able to land one of these head coaching jobs. And of course, the biggest name candidate connected to the Dallas Cowboys head coaching job is none other than Deion Sanders himself, Coach Prime. He and Jerry Jones have spoken. Deion Sanders has said he is intrigued with the job. Again, he wasn't thinking of the NFL, but when Jerry Jones calls, there's too much respect and love not to listen. And so we'll see what goes on with the Cowboys search, where that brings Jerry Jones and whether or not that brings him back to Deion Sanders. And one other note, a lot of people say, well, this is just Deion Sanders getting a bargaining chip out there for leverage for a new deal in Colorado, to which Prime said to me, I don't need any more leverage. That's not what this is about. I'm me. I'm me, LOL. So I don't think he views it in any way, shape, or form like he's trying to get a better deal out of Colorado.
Yeah, he is the leverage. He doesn't need it there at Colorado. He's built that program into a national name in the matter of 2 years. And RC, you heard that list of coaches. I mean, that's a different list of I've ever heard. One offense, defense, and prime. What type of coach does Dallas need moving forward?
I mean, when you think about the type of coach that Dallas needs, you need one that's different from the coaches they've had since Barry Switzer. Not someone who wants to be Jerry's friend or someone who doesn't have an opportunity with the power of his voice to push back on things that they don't like. But you also need someone that understands what it's like to be in the locker room of the Dallas Cowboys, what it's like for that personality to reign over your team and that sort of microscope to be within that locker room. And so I think it's very difficult to pick a coach because he has to manage 2 jobs. Mm-hmm. He has to manage the locker room and being the head coach of the players, but also the go-between between Jerry Jones and what happens on the grass.
Yeah, and you look at Kellen Moore, he makes sense of the fact that he's been there, he understands. Mm-hmm. And then we talked about Prime and why he makes sense. He could go into Jerry's office and be like, Jerry, stand down. I got this. Switching gears to the former Cowboys head coach. We know the Bears completed their interview, Adam, with Mike McCarthy on Wednesday. What can you share about how things went?
Well, he was with the Bears executives yesterday. It's hard to imagine that a former Green Bay Packers head coach would be in meetings with the Chicago Bears officials. But look, Mike McCarthy, they know what he would bring to that organization, what he would mean for the growth of their young rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams, and that's what that would be about. He has helped develop quarterbacks. He knows how to run an organization, and RC can address this as he and Marcus Spears have in the past. Mike McCarthy has got more respect amongst players than people even realize, and I think the Bears recognize that, the credibility that he would bring, went through the process. He's going to talk to the New Orleans Saints as well at some point in time here, and we'll see how the Bears head coaching search where it goes and what roads it takes, but obviously still early in the process. But McCarthy clearly is a candidate.
Yeah, Ryan, we had talked about how there aren't too many active winning Super Bowl head coaches just running around available for hire who have an offensive mind, which is what Caleb Williams says he wants as his head coach. So from your perspective, what qualities should the Bears be looking for?
Well, I mean, first of all, you need someone that can build an organization, someone that understands what it's like to take a young quarterback, to take a young talented team and be able to organize and delegate and put them in a place to grow and succeed. And I believe in Mike McCarthy, you have that. You also want a head coach that's had success with quarterbacks. And when you think of Mike McCarthy, whether you go Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers, obviously Dak Prescott in Dallas, we've seen him do that as well. But I don't think the Mike McCarthy hire would be about what he knows about X's and O's, but what he knows about leading a locker room full of men. I spoke with Micah Parsons yesterday and got a chance to interview him on Inside the NFL. And I asked him why he always praised Mike McCarthy so highly. And he said when he was going through things with his family and with his children, McCarthy gave him the time off that he needed to make sure those things were situated correctly. He checked in with him consistently and constantly in his office to not talk about football, but to talk about his life away from the field. And that's the sort of coach that understands how you build up men, not only players. And that's the type of coach that a Caleb Williams could need.
Yeah, it's a locker room full of adults. They are professional adults, and how they coexist within that space is what makes success or gets a coach fired if they can't handle it. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears do. Gentlemen, that is off the field. Christine, let's go on the field for the weekend.
Yes, Matt, we're just 2 days until Saturday's divisional round games. The Texans and the Chiefs, they kick it off at Arrowhead on ESPN. Patrick Mahomes is 6-0 in his divisional round career, the most quarterback wins in a single round without a loss in NFL history. The rookie, Jaden Daniels, can make some history with the Commanders in his first career divisional round game. A win would tie Ben Roethlisberger for the most by a rookie in NFL history. New on SportsCenter, Dan Campbell and Dan Quinn spoke today about their matchup. That's new.
They've had a fantastic year, just utilizing guys in different ways. The production, I think, is what just absolutely jumps out to you for different players. And so sometimes you may see one player just absolutely off the charts, but when it's spread, so much, that's a big difference. And that's what makes their offense, such a unique challenge.
I think the most important thing is it doesn't matter where you're at, where you're seated, how many wins you have. You got to stay hungry, and our team's hungry. I think we enjoy it. We enjoy it. We embrace this. We love the atmosphere. We love everything about this, man. And I just feel like we thrive in this.
All right, Ryan Clark is back. And RC, Washington has already pulled off one road upset, but they're up against this very dominant Lions team. What is the Commanders' key on Saturday to get a win?
I think it's about third and fourth down efficiency. I know you look at the Washington Commanders and you think to yourself, okay, this team barely uses their punter Tress Way, but it's not because they stay ahead of the sticks. It's because on third and fourth downs, we've seen Jaden Daniels be able to execute at an extremely high level. And you need to steal possessions away from the Detroit Lions, who have one of the most potent offenses in all of the NFL. And so if Jaden Daniels can be dialed in the way we saw him against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or the way they've executed at the top of the league on fourth down throughout the entire season, that's going to be extremely important to stealing possessions away from the Detroit Lions.
It would be so huge if Jaden Daniels was able to pull off this upset. We'll see if he's able to do it. RC, don't go anywhere. Matt?
Yeah, because that's Saturday. Here's Sunday's divisional round showdowns. You've got Saquon Barkley and the Eagles taking on the Rams. And in Week 12, he recorded 302 scrimmage yards. That's the most scrimmage yards for a player who then faced that team again in the playoffs. So if you didn't see enough of that once, well, you'll see him again. And Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen likely finished first and second in the MVP voting in some order. The last players who met in the playoffs and finished 1-2 in MVP voting, Brett Favre and Jerry Rice, 1995. What a great nugget there as Schefter joins the conversation again. Zay Flowers, the biggest question mark for Baltimore. What's the latest availability for him this weekend, Schefty?
Didn't practice yesterday, Matt. Not a good sign for his availability for Sunday night's game against the Buffalo Bills. Now, he went down in the regular season finale against the Cleveland Browns.
And they'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Okay,
action because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long, it's Smith escaping the pressure right. Slings this deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
No! Leave?
We got this. One more to go. Now that was a fight. Solid work.
King Aries right there. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Alright, he got you. Get him, Tristan. Fuck him up. Tell him to fuck him up.
10 seconds.
Gonna be a hit marker. It's silenced.
Let's go. What are you doing?
What are you doing? He could have had that. He could have had that. He literally sat there.
Oh, yeah, dude. I don't know why.
He could have killed you so easy. He made that easy for us.
Trash cans, dude.
That was probably the 1 and 8 dude.
Probably was.
Hey, do you think it's a good thing Madeline and I broke up?
Yeah, 100%.
For some reason, I can't stop like thinking about it. Like she was like a good person, but like I don't think us as a relationship was good.
She cheated on you, dude.
I know, but I mean, like, I kind of see like why, because like I was kind of shitty to her in like the aspect where I was like she was trying to have sex, and I was kind of like just like you can. Yeah, she cheated on me twice. She cheated on me twice. How can I say that?
Are you like unless you're like beating her? No, there's no like. No
yeah, I was a good person. I mean, just because we didn't have sex.
Hostiles in the area.
Yeah. I've got you. Enemy attack chopper in the AO. Bring it down.
Hey, sorry guys.
They're making us fight for it. Keep at 'em.
Oh.